Buenas, welcome back to another video in Edwin in España. So today I'm going to tell you guys about my current Spanish level after living in Spain for 6 months and doing 300 hours of comprehensible input. So it's going to be of a similar style to my last progress report. However, I'm going to split the video into 2 main sections. The first main section will be in English, and I'll explain my current reading, writing, speaking, comprehension level, and just sort of general thoughts about my Spanish level in the first section. And then section 2, I'm going to try doing Spanish. So I'm going to do this without notes, without preparation, and just sort of talk off the cuff, because I kind of want to show you, the viewer, what my Spanish ability is like, just to sort of produce words and sentences and how coherent they are and how fast I can speak and things like that. I think it's a good thing to put in the video, and it will be nice for me as well to be able to view in maybe 6 months' time to see if I've improved significantly. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do today's video, and I hope you enjoy. See you in a bit. Guys, so I've had a slight change of location. The weather recently has been terrible. It's been raining for about 2 or 3 weeks now consistently. As you might have seen on the news, there's been loads of flooding in Spain and loads of rain, and haven't really been able to live the life here, I guess. But today it's sunny. I think the bad weather has passed, so I thought I might as well make the most of the good weather, so I decided to come do the rest of this video outside. I'm currently sat, as you can see, by the river, and my view is the Recreativo de Huelva football stadium. So quick fun fact, Recreativo, there these guys pass. So yeah, quick fun fact, Recreativo is actually the oldest football club in all of Spain. It was it originates from English people actually, who came to Spain to work in the mines, and they decided to create a football club. So yeah, it's actually the oldest club in Spain, and everyone here tells me about it. When they find out I'm English, they say, oh yeah, you know, our football club is the oldest in Spain, and it comes from English people. So yeah, just a little fun fact. So in terms of my reading and writing, I've decided to really put a pen in, especially the reading component, just because I know Pablo says not to start reading until about 600 hours, and I do feel like obviously my progress is fast-tracked because I'm living in Spain and I'm getting loads of natural input that I'm not counting on the website. I'm not sure if it's still a bit early to start reading, because I really don't want to have problems down the line with poor pronunciation and poor grammatical structures in terms of speaking and writing and things like that. So I've decided to put a pen in the reading. I think I'm going to start reading in a couple months, maybe when I'm around the 450 hour mark, as I feel like that's probably a nice natural time for me to start reading. So yeah, my reading skills probably haven't developed too much, and in terms of writing, yeah, it's the same as last time really. I don't really write that much because I don't really have a need to. Yeah, apart from the few texts I send here and there with spell check, which aids quite a lot, I don't really write that much. So yeah, I think that's something I definitely want to improve on in the future, but for now I'm just not thinking about it. So probably the bit you've all been waiting for, my comprehension and listening skills. So I feel like, again, the same as last time, I feel like I've improved loads since the last check mark. So since I've hit 150 hours, and in the last 3 months, I feel like I have improved loads. I do feel like it is a thing, sort of sometimes the more you know you don't know. And there are definitely days where I do feel a bit like, I don't know Spanish, it's really hard. I remember, I think 2 weeks ago, I had 3 instances in 1 week where a person switched to English. And I know it's not the end of the world, but it can be a bit of a confidence, like it hits your confidence a little bit, just because you're trying to learn Spanish, speak Spanish with the locals, and they switch to English. It sort of gives, well, it definitely can give me the feeling of like, oh, my Spanish isn't up to scratch. It's really not that good that people can't even communicate in Spanish with me. But I think it is important just to sort of compartmentalize these experiences and move on. It's not necessarily to do with your Spanish level. I think it's just because, or my Spanish level, I think it's just they might think it's the easier way to communicate because often people who are English don't really speak any Spanish, so they probably just do it more out of instinct than as an insult. So I think that's important to remember, especially for me, because I can get in my head a little bit about it. But yeah, it's just positive reinforcement and things like that. In terms of the videos, I'm going to actually film another YouTube video documenting on exactly what I'm watching and listening to at the moment. I've just moved on to intermediate doing Spanish videos and likewise podcasts like Español con Juan. But I will do a whole video documenting this and telling you guys what I'm listening to, what are the best podcasts to transition from beginner to intermediate, because I think that can be an awkward bridge to gap. And yeah, I think it could be good to help you guys out with that. I think as well with my speech, it's the small things you really have to notice, because they might only be small differences in conversation, but actually large jumps in knowledge. I think this is where people sort of feel like they're plateauing, because they maybe don't have a large noticeable difference in conversation level, but are definitely making small improvements that take a lot of effort to learn. Just using the correct pronouns, masculine, feminine, things like that. I do feel like they make a big difference with your accuracy and how correct you are when you speak, and they might not be really obvious to you or anyone else, but I think it is important to take pride in the small gains, because lots of small gains equals big gain. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoy this section in English. I'm going to record now my Spanish section. Let's see how it goes. I haven't written anything down. Maybe a bit not nervous, but interested to see how it's going to come out. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, buenas, bienvenido a el segundo parte de este video, donde solo hablo en español. Estoy emocionado a probar esta manera a grabar videos, porque es una cosa que es nueva para mí, para vosotros también. Los vistos, no sé si que es correcto, pero no sé. Pero con mi español, estoy muy contento con mi nivel de español. Si tú ves, puedo hablar a nivel suficiente, en mi opinión, a tener una conversación con una persona local, con un nativo de español. En mi clase de conversación, mi intercambio, que me voy cada jueves, creo que tengo conversaciones ahí que son a un bien nivel. Creo que cada semana estoy hablando mejor, un poco cada día o cada semana. Y creo que los nativos ahí tienen un nivel de respeto más alto para mi español, porque cuando estamos hablando tenemos una conversación que es mejor, que es más fluido. Y también afuera de la clase hablamos en español y inglés también, pero antes, en noviembre, en diciembre, solo hablamos en inglés afuera de la clase, y que es una cosa que, en mi opinión, mira, mi nivel mejorando. Sí, pero creo que esta parte está yendo bien. Estoy probando a pensar sobre cosas que yo quiero decir. Sí, es verdad que especialmente con hablando es muy dependiente de mi nivel de confianza en este momento. Si por ejemplo me siento nervioso y no tengo mucho confianza, es muy más difícil, es mucho más difícil a hablar con fluidez, a tener una conversación. Y realmente es muy interesante a ver esta diferencia. entre situaciones que son muy similares, pero mi nivel de confianza es diferente, porque mi nivel de español cambia mucho en estos situaciones. Pero no sé, con mi acento, es obvio que tengo un acento muy fuerte de un guiri, de un extranjero. Estoy probando a mejorar, pero es obvio que cada día necesito mejorar mi acento. Estoy seguro que en este video diciendo muchas palabras que son incorrectas, pero no sé, es un video, estoy probando y no pasa nada. Si la persona puedes entender, no pasa nada, realmente. Sí, pero estoy muy contento. Estoy probando otra vez a considerar más cosas a decir, porque no he preparado nunca a decir. Solo mis preparaciones son en inglés, cosas así. Pero creo que una cosa que es muy importante decir, para mí hasta un nivel que puedo entender una conversación entre muchos nativos sería muy bien, pero ahora está imposible. A recreo en mi escuela, cuando hay muchos profesores están hablando, es muy difícil para mí a entender, pero cada día estoy aprendiendo un poco y mi nivel de comprensión está mejor. Tal vez puedo entender la tema de conversación, pero no específico details, no sé la palabra en español, pero sí, estoy muy contento y también estoy muy interesante a ver qué o cómo voy a hablar en el futuro, en 2-3 meses, cuando estoy en un nivel 5 de Dreaming Spanish. Y ya, no tengo más de decir. Yo espero que tienes un día que es muy bien y tienes mucha suerte con su vida. Y ya, hasta luego y hasta el próximo video y ya.